All right, San Diego drummers. Now I would like to talk to y'all about flams. Okay, so a flam, super common rudiment in the language of drumming, and it's really not too complicated. I do find that most of my students get a little confused about the sticking, but it's really not that hard. So a flam, all it is an accent prefaced by a grace note. So there's just a grace note in the opposite hand right before that accent. So it's just like this. Super easy, right? The confusing part comes into play when we talk about, is it a right-handed flam or a left-handed flam, okay? Really, the easiest way to kind of explain this is it's always with the hand with the accent, right? So if it's a right-handed flam, it's gonna be like this. So the left hand plays a grace note right before the right hand accent. So sometimes people get tripped up because technically on a right-handed flam, the left hand is playing before the right hand, right? Because it has that grace note right before the accent. Okay, left-handed flam, right hand grace note, left hand accent. Okay, so if we're gonna do a flam, there's some common culprits. One of them is the grace note being too high and the accent being too low, so it kind of looks like this, right? A little sloppy, hard to control. We don't want that. We have 3, 6, 9, and 12 inches, okay? Those are our different heights that we're gonna be using. So with the flam, we really wanna have our accent around 9 or 12 inches, and then our grace note, 3 inches, okay? So looking like that. Nice low grace notes, nice high accents. Right-handed flam, okay? And that's how we can make sure things are nice and clean instead of this big, confusing thing. Nice tight flams. We want to be able to play around with how tight the flam is. So a super open flam, we don't really want that. Super tight flam, kind of sounds like it's popping. The sticks are playing the drum at the same time. We want right in the middle of that, okay? So not too open, not too tight, but right in the middle. Okay? And if you're having a hard time controlling those flams, so a right-handed flam, a left-handed flam, back and forth, go back a few videos and check out our bucks exercise, okay? So all this is flams back and forth. It's just bucks, grace notes, and accents consecutively right after one another. Cool, so there's a lot of different types of flam variants. You know, there's flam drags, there's flam fives, which is essentially a 5-stroke roll with a flam at the beginning. There's a book report with a flam in the middle, it's a paradiddle. And then a flam in the middle of that paradiddle, pair of flam tap, pair of flam tap. It's not all, you put a ditto at the beginning of the paradiddle, diddle tap, flam tap, diddle tap, flam tap, diddle tap, flam tap, diddle tap, flam tap. And that's not even it, you also put a diddle at the end. So it kind of feels like a 5-stroke roll with a flam in the middle, but it's a paradiddle sticking. So diddle tap, flam, diddle, diddle tap, flam, diddle, diddle tap, flam, diddle tap. If you guys want to know more about flams, rudiments, and how to apply these rudiments to a drum kit, check us out at SanDiegoDrumAcademy.com. Peace, y'all. See you soon. Bye.